outside. Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's see what it looks like out here. It's definitely chilly out. You want to go ahead? Go on out. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. All right, let's get our day started. Come here. Oh, baby girl, I know. You're just the best. Did you enjoy our walk? Well, come here. Huh? Come here. You know what? Pumpkin, come here. Just love you. Okay, what do we want to do? All right, let's get some water. There's a perfect little spot. It's going to be hard to access. Hey, what's up everyone? I've got my truck all set up, and so I wanted to show you how it's organized and how I live out of it full time and how I carry everything with me. So we're gonna start on the driver's side here and just kind of go around and then spend a bunch of time in the truck topper itself. In the front seat here, I've always keep this open and clean and clear of stuff just in case I need to hop in and head out immediately. Underneath the seat, I've just got a few items that I store, basically like gloves, like leather gloves, work gloves, stuff like that. In the door over here, I'll have just a few miscellaneous items. I got some suntan lotion, toilet paper, some turtle wax, some stuff for scratch on the for the paint, and then some off. So pretty boring front seat. But in the back seat here, this is where it starts to get good. I've got my window coverings for when I'm out and about and I want to keep the windows covered. But this is my fridge right here. This is the Dometic CFX 28, and it's a little dirty right now. I need to clean this, but this is a great fridge. It only pulls 0.7 amps an hour max draw, which is literally nothing. And the battery that I have back in here is a 101 amp hour lithium ion battery. So if you do the math on that, I could run this thing for a long time without having to charge back up. And so I just set it right here. I made this little cover for it, just so that the sun would kind of stay off it if I was parked in an area with full sun, and didn't have my my window shades up. But then I've also got my backpack back here, so for any backpacking that I want to do, I've got it packed up to where it's almost ready to go. I would just need to put in like my clothes and my food, and then my sleeping bag and stuff like that. But everything else is in there ready to go. And I've got that, the reason why I've got that always prepped is that if I want to go backpacking, I can just do it at a moment's notice and just jam. Down underneath here, this is the platform that I built, the little platform storage area. I took out the back seats of the Tacoma here, and underneath here I've got a wetsuit for when I go surfing, when I'm on the beach in California. And then I've got like eggs, and then all of my dried goods down here. Now I've got enough dried goods here to last me for 30 days, which is awesome. I usually keep like apples or peaches or pears or something that's not going in the fridge. I'll keep it over here on the side. And then I've got a few other items down here, just like well, that was kind of strange. I just had a SD card error come up on the GoPro here, but then I turned it off, turned it back on, and it started working again. So let's hope that this stays good. But what I was saying here in the back seat is that I've got everything stored. I don't know where it kind of cut off here, so we'll recap it real quick. But I've got all the storage area underneath here. This was where the seats used to be, and I ripped them out so I could take advantage of like the seating area and also the back seat here. It just gave me a lot more room to put in the back seat like that. So we'll hit the other side where Sierra's at. We'll hit that when we go over to there. But before we head to the back area, I want to show you real quick. This is the lithium ion battery that I use, and this is the Max Oak Blue Eddy 150. And all the links on this are on my website. I'll put the link for the store in the video description below. But I use that. It's a 1500 watt hour 101 amp hour battery, so it's pretty robust. And I like it because it's like a tower size, so it fits behind the seat that I made there for behind Sierra's little storage area. So it's been working well. I mean, I really like the battery, and it pulls in energy real well from the panel. I've got the 100 watt Renogy foldable panel there, and then up on top I've got another 100 watt just permanent panel that's always fixed on the top, and I'm real pleased with it. With 200 watts throughout the day, even with the daylight today where it's really kind of cloudy, I'm still able to pull in good power and stay fully all set up. So let's hop into the back here. This is the little slide out extension that I built 2 years ago, coming up on the 3rd year of having it. And all this does is basically like a enclosed foot box that gives me like an extra 2 feet of room, because I've got the 5-foot Tacoma, truck bed, and so that's too short for me to sleep in. But with the 2-foot extension, it turns the 5-foot bed into a 7-foot bed. So let's go back in here and I'll show you real quick what I've done. So the interior of this it's pretty basic, but it's really comfortable. I've got a 4-inch foam mattress underneath here, and then a Cabela's Outfitters blanket, or Outfitters sleeping bag. It's like a 15-pound sleeping bag, so it's basically a bedroll. And then on the sides here, I did put insulation behind here. I didn't put any on the top, but on the bottom portion I did basically where my feet are at, so that way if there's any cross breeze with cold air, it wouldn't seep through and keep my feet cold all night. I typically keep my coffee bag in here because in the morning I can make coffee in here with just a little backpacking stove and go from there. I do have a really awesome mosquito net that I'll put up over here. Then I can drape it over this area if there's bugs and I want to have some wind flow in there, but I don't want to have any bugs come in. So that really helps. As far as inside the topper itself, I was able to create these shelves where I store all of my clothes. And this is basically just from the screws that come down from the roof rack. You can't really see because it's dark in here. But the screws that come down from the roof rack on top, I use those and put L brackets on them, and then attach these, and then attach this shelf to the back side of the frame for the window. And I did that on both sides. And so it's worked really well. Oh, and I hang a little USB fan off here too. And then when you've got that window open, and that window open, and then the back door here, and then the window going up to the cab, you can get really nice cross ventilation in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get inside. I'm going to show you what the fit's like in there. I mean, it's tight, but it's actually pretty comfortable. So I'm going to hop in there real quick and show you what it's like with a person in there. All right, so I'm hopping on in here. What I do is I grab on this side right here, pull up, and I'm in. And this is it. So it's pretty comfortable. And if I'm laying back down in here just like this, I mean, this is nice. It's really comfortable back in here. And so Sierra sleeps right here, I sleep right here. I'll usually have my fuel canister over here, and then also the little pocket rocket stove that I have from MSR to make my coffee in the morning. I do that before the sun comes up in here, and I can just hang out. But if I need to, I can sit up like this, sitting here with my computer, work on it. I have access to the battery that's right here behind. I can just open up the window, open up that window, and boom, I've got the battery, so I can charge stuff back up, and it's really comfortable. And so the one thing that's really nice about having a small space like this is that when it's cold, it's easy to heat. And so in the wintertime, I mean, I've camped in here comfortably when it's been as low as 15 degrees outside, and in here it'll be like 45 or 50. Another hack you can use is that if you have a big enough battery, you can use a electric blanket, which is really nice. So what I would do is I'd take the electric blanket and then put it down like this, like have it on top of all my stuff, and then the heat that radiates up from it, I would sit on top of that and work at night, and then get underneath it when I'd get ready to go to bed. And that's amazing. I mean, you can have it be super cold out and you just don't even feel it. So, if you can get like a low voltage and low wattage 12 volt electric blanket, that's a good investment for vehicle camping. So but in here, like just to show you how these shelves are made on the side, these are actually removable. It's just a little L-shaped thing that I put over the wheel well here, and when I want to put them back on, they just slide right in. It makes it really easy to clean because I can take everything out of here and just clean it all, and it's good to go. I am experimenting with a new type of Skylight here for those who have been following my videos. That's plexiglass. I've got a cover over it right now. but when I want to, I can take that cover off and a lot of natural light comes through, which is really great. So that's good to have. And then let's see what else. What's the other thing? There's those little cubby holes on both sides here that Toyota puts on these trucks. So those are kind of nice to have just to store stuff in. But other than that, I mean, this is just basically an area to hang out in, you know, not all day, obviously, because you get kind of cramped from being in here. But, you know, if the weather's bad, you can hang out in here. Obviously, for sleeping, it's perfectly fine. It's just basically just a big, like a big, people have equated to like a coffin, whatever. It's comfortable for me, so that's all that matters. And then, like, if I come in here and see her sleeping right here, then I'll take these blankets and I'll put it up on either side and just kind of lay here and either, you know, have my knees up and work on the computer and just kind of relax and just hang out and go from there. So the reason why I didn't want a big old camper, like one of those pop-up campers or a sliding camper, is typically because those things they're built for the masses. They're not built specifically for like what I do or what you do, you know. So you got to think like it's just general stuff that's in there. And functionally speaking, it's pretty good. You know, those are good campers. But if I were to do one on my own, I think I'd just do a custom one, because I was gonna buy that AT Overland Summit topper, but I just decided, I'm like, I don't want to spend like 13 grand on a topper that I could build myself and it actually have what I want. So I'll probably just build my own topper eventually. But right now I like the low profile of this, because I can go anywhere when it's packed up and I'm jamming through town. People don't even know that I live in it. When I tell people that I do, they're like, well, you live in that small truck? And I'm like, yeah, but I have like a slide out extension for sleeping, and I ripped out the back seats and there's storage and all that stuff. They're like, oh, okay. So it's like I've really utilized all the space in here that I could to try to maximize the efficiency and the effectiveness of it. For the back here, for the rain gear or rain guard, I've got this little tiny tarp. This tarp, actually, this is a movie screen projector. It's an Ozark Trail one. This is only 4 feet by 8 feet, so it's pretty small, but it does the trick. I mean, you see it hanging out the back, it definitely sheds all the water so nothing comes into the topper, and we're good to go there. Oh, and then I just secure everything with just bungee cords, so it makes it real easy. And this is a real cool small setup. I mean, look at this. Doesn't take much to set it up. You just basically deploy the slide out extension, throw on your tarp, stake it off on the ground, you're good to go. And then see, I have this covered area right here where I can do all my cooking. I can hang out. I'm protected underneath the tarp here, so I'm good to go. Last night, actually, it was raining when I was cooking dinner, and I was just chilling right there in that chair, just kind of hanging out. So, all right, going to the next one here. This is where little Miss Sierra is. What's up, baby girl? What are you doing? She is definitely the star of our traveling roadshow. So I'm basically just here to make sure she's comfortable and has enough treats. So, but what I wanted to do here, you want to come outside? Yeah, come on out. What I wanted to do was I wanted to create a huge area for sleeping, because when we were traveling, you know, if we're going from like one state to the next throughout a day, it'll be a lot of hours in the car. And I want to have it to where she can stretch out and like really just to have full comfort and all this. So when I ripped out the back seats here, I made this to where it goes almost all the way to the front. You can see it's right there is the edge. So there's a little bit of storage area down there. But mainly it's just a big platform for her to sleep in. There's a little bit of storage behind here, and that's where I had that lithium ion battery, the Max Oak battery right there. And then here's the drone I have to return because that one's broken. But underneath here, I'll store like extra blankets, and then an extra yoga mat, one that's dirty that I don't mind putting on dirty ground. And then got an extra fly rod down here, and then let's see, what's this? I don't even know what that is. Extra fly rod, and then my silky saw. And then underneath here, this is actually my storage for dirty clothes. So that's my dirty clothes hamper. There's like a little cubby hole back in there. And then this is all Sierra's stuff. So I've got Sierra's food. I've got some shampoo back in there for some doggy shampoo and just some other stuff. And then over here, I do use this if I want for like soups and different canned goods. But I've only got one in there at the moment. And then behind the seat here, that's where a bunch of Sierra's items are as well. So that's pretty much all the truck. The last thing we have here is the passenger seat. And this is kind of like a storage area for me. So once again, I'll have my window coverings here, and I've got a front cover too. And then down here, I mean, it's just basically, this is just kind of a place where I just throw stuff. So I've got my drone, got my GoPro stuff. Got like an extra rain jacket and a longer sleeve shirt in case it gets cold. I've got my fly fishing bag all ready to go. It's my fish pond bag. Got my Tenkara stuff. And then down here it's just like miscellaneous things. I've got my Bluetooth speaker, which I need to charge up in the sun. I've got the protein powder because I'm trying to gain weight. Got my running shoes, going running, water purifier, jump box, just miscellaneous items, and then I've got just some documents down underneath there, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I like to roll with a real simple setup, and I don't want to carry a bunch of gear. And I've downsized like literally about 6 times since I've been on the road, because I get out here and then I start running around, and I don't like having to shuffle gear around a bunch. And since I have such a small vehicle, you know, I don't get to carry a bunch of gear, and so as a result, you kind of have to be, you know, a little bit creative with your storage solutions. But the reason why I like this is that it is, oh, we're starting to get rain, is that it's really a compact setup. And see, like a lot of the 4x4 trails, especially the ones in the American West, are old mining trails in the mountains, and so they tend to be pretty narrow. And having a mid-sized truck like this is really nice. But the drawback is that, you know, what I tell people is, like, I definitely Sierra's over there playing. I definitely compromise convenience or comfort for the convenience of being able to go anywhere I want. Because a lot of these places that I go to, I don't even see full-size trucks in there, because some of them, it's so tight with either like rock obstacles or trees or whatever that they can't get through. And so, you know, having a mid-sized truck, it's got its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages, and the biggest one is it's not as comfortable. So, but one thing that's nice about the Toyota Tacomas is that there's so many aftermarket parts for them. I mean, you can get anything you want. So any build that you want to go, any direction you want to go, you know, you can do it with these trucks. And so that's my setup. Hope y'all like it. The total cost of the slide out extension was about $300, and that's with a bunch of trial and error. So I probably could bring those costs down to about $200. And the total slide out extension weight is only 42 pounds because a lot of it was built with aspen wood. And so everything's working good here, man. Yeah. All right, so I'm running the truck right now because was not enough sun today to charge up the battery enough for me to get through the night and still do a bunch of video editing, because I've got to charge my computer up. I'll probably have to charge it up twice this evening. So decided to go ahead and charge because I was like 10%. But I wanted to show you that I've got the tarp flipped around, so this is a gray side of it. It looks kind of cool. Kind of matches the truck a little bit. Not exactly gray, but it's a pretty close gray. But we're all set up for the night. I've got myself a little bit of treats for the evening. If you've never had these Tate's Bake Shop gluten-free cookies, they're amazing. Those work really well as like the graham cracker for s'mores, because they crumble real easy. And so the problem that I've always had with graham crackers with s'mores is that you bite down on it and the graham cracker squishes everything and it goes out the sides. So if you get a chance, get those Tate's Bake Shop cookies. Get the double chocolate chip ones, and then get like a medium-sized marshmallow and hollow out the interior and put in crunchy peanut butter, and then like toasted coconut and a few milk chocolate, like chocolate chips. Just put them inside the marshmallow, and you'll love it. It's amazing. You know, toast that all up and you're set. You kind of get like a triple dose of chocolate, because you get double chocolate chip cookies and then you have chocolate chips in the marshmallow. But yeah, that's all good. So we had a contest one time to see who could make the best s'more, and we came up with that as like the best recipe overall. We had some pretty good ones. I think we tried like 27 different kinds. So we had like sugar highs all night, stomach aches, and didn't sleep, but it was all good. But there's no rain tonight. They were forecasting it. Looks like there might be some coming from down over there, but over this way, as you can see, the sky looks pretty bright, and there's actually some breaks in the clouds right there. Down over there it's a little bit darker, but it's nothing bad. So I don't think we're gonna get hit at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock, excuse me, like the forecast was saying. I think we'll probably get the midnight bump, which is forecasted like 80%, so that'll probably still hit. And that might be it for the evening, because it looks like the morning is going to be pretty clear. Hey Sarah, you want to come with me? Come on, come here. Hey, come on, let's go. Sierra. Come on, girl. Let's go this way. I think she wants to go walking some more. But I'm tired, so we're gonna go hit the sack. So we're gonna climb into the topper, and I've got a choice between the Panama Papers documentary or the Epstein documentary. So I don't know which one I'm gonna choose. I'll let y'all know after I watch it, and if the program that I watch is good, I'll let you know about it. So, all right, come on, Sierra, let's go. Come on, girl. Do you want to go crash out for the night? Seems like you still want to play. Do you still want to play pumpkins? Do you want to play with sticks? Do you want to play with a stick? Okay.